Hello, this is Chito Vera.
This is Jason Parillo.
This is Luke Rockhold. You're listening to the MadHouse.
Yo, three mic checker. Marlon Chito in the motherfucking mic.
Oh,
You know what happened? I did a radio show a couple of days ago when I went to see Mox, and I thought it was a podcast. So I was, expecting to sit down and just start a conversation. And when they closed the door and they leave me by myself, I was like, I looked to the producer and I was like, Ernie, what are we doing here? So no, it's a radio show. You gotta just talk on top of the songs, and if the guy, if this rap song is somebody you know or you like, just talk about it. And I was like, I got really weird. I was like, I don't know how to do this. So I did my debut as a radio show. I'm a fucking killer, dude.
dude, it's not my realm. Yeah, I can't say.
Well, they give me a paper with like the name of the songs,
Yeah,
and they start playing the songs, and the guy told me like, say whatever you want, and it's hard. But I was like, you know what? I figured it out really quick, and they did a great job. So I think I got a future in this.
yeah.
Yeah.
Songsmith. You know those people like the songsmiths. You play a song and they have to name the song. The fucking people is crazy. I bet Charlie's one of those guys.
I'm pretty bad with that.
No, Charles?
For a guy that's had a long career in music.
Yeah.
I
I'm pretty
know
terrible
the
with
songs,
stuff.
but most songs I won't tell you the name. Like I know them, I probably have them on my list, but yeah, it's crazy to.
That's not my life.
Yeah, but it was fun. And then when I had the headphones on, and you know how in radio sounds like the echo in the thing, it was like
Exactly, yeah.
wong. This is more long Chito Vera. I was like, oh shit, I'm a fucking radio host, baby. I was expecting somebody to ask me questions. That's the easy part.
Yeah, we like that. How about some questions, Charlie? Can you ask some questions or what? What do you think, Charles?
Well, why don't we address the elephant in the room here, Luke? A little announcement from you this week.
Oh, we have announcements?
Oh, we have announcements. We have the Michael Perry. Michael Perry, the little...
Oh, that's
The
true.
little kid.
You don't do things by halves, do you, pal?
I can't do anything half-assed. No, it's Bare Knuckle approached me. They reached out and they fucking threw me a great offer, a nice number, and a nice opponent that is fucking fun. And like I want things that are gonna be fun for me and fun for the fans and fucking.
It's a great transition.
it's fucking a payday, dude. It's different. I'm telling you, the headspace of trying to learn how to fucking fight bare knuckle it's a lot different.
What's the difference there?
You're trying to find the spot. You're more of like a sniper. It's not about numbers. It's not about adding up because it's like you can do so much damage with one shot.
Oh, wow.
But at the same time, you don't want to like hit the top of the head. So it's like as you're sparring, like these guys, especially a smaller guy that's gonna come in, put his head down, and run after me. Like I've had a couple guys that I'm working with. It's like it's tendencies to hit him in the fucking forehead, and that's what you can't do because you start doing that. I was talking to Alan Belcher, which is the champion. He's just like, you got to aim for the neck and the chin, and you'll be fine. Otherwise, like if you start hitting the head, then you can really run into problems. And so when you're realizing that you're like in there and sparring, it's like your thought process is so different. You're just trying to like pick off your shots, and it's very intense and it's tight quarters. It's much smaller than a boxing ring. So
I fuck with that. I think it's a great transition from all these years grappling, wrestling. MMA is
I'm tired of it.
MMA is everything. I don't give a fuck how good you get at striking. Somebody gotta get you down once and get you tired and you're fucked. Doesn't matter how good you get at wrestling. Somebody stop the takedown and will kick your ass. It's just a lot going on, right?
Yeah.
So now, being a Strikeforce champion, being UFC champion, and you know what? Let me just go 1, 2, 3, move around. That sounds like fucking great. And for great money, fuck. That's a great motivation to just go in there and be like, you take a good win on bare knuckle and you can go fucking far. It's almost like you go back to your prime and do crazy fun shit, which, fuck yeah. I think I'm gonna go bull riding after the UFC. PBR, that's it.
I'll wrestle the bull. They're big. Guys like me and my size don't do well on top of bulls.
They're too big. You need a stocky, skinny
I can
guy.
say, mark my words. I can set this up with PBR. My boy Matt West, the announcer. They'll do a celebrity event next time. if the UFC allow it, you to ride a bull. They allow people to ride bulls.
know what's
Like they have a
crazy?
celebrity. So I'll do a steer wrestling, and Chito will ride a bull.
Last time.
Well, you gotta win the title
We've
first.
got to count
Once you
everyone.
once you
First
get
is
once you get the
That's
title,
First is
okay.
first.
First
That's
is
what
first.
I said after my UFC career.
we'll do a little MadHouse special.
On one of the looking for a fight with Dana White, they fucking ride a real fucking bull.
Yeah.
Dana got his knee blew up. I think Matt Serra got really fucked up too. And I remember back then I was way younger. It was in my early days, and I was like, how I just called Dana and asked him, take me one of those trips. Just to because it was a fucking huge bull, and he had bulls. He's into that. He got like crazy huge bulls that they compete. I don't know what they do,
He
but
bought one big bull that's just juiced to the
It's
gills
a-
on every steroid. you can
it's
imagine.
a killer.
That thing looks like Brock Lesnar.
Rock
He
the
probably
ball.
borrowed the same shit.
Probably he asked Brock, hey, what I can use with my bull? I will fucking I
Yeah,
know
there's no USADA in the fucking PBR.
I know it's all wrong about it, but since I'm a little kid, I wanna do it. It's one of the things I will check out of the list one day.
Yeah. Never. I don't know. I've always thought about it, but the more I know about it now, getting
It's
on
gnarly,
top of
dude.
it, I still want to do it one day.
Look, I've seen a video of you riding. What were you riding?
I wrestled
A
the bull.
sheep,
You
was
can,
it?
drop
A
that
bull,
one. Yeah.
Right. Yeah.
Out in Montana. When in Montana, you never know. Enough brown water and
Yeah.
shit happens. But yeah, they robbed me too. I took second place by 1 second after a 10-second penalty. 2 years in a row. Two
Oh,
years in a row.
this is actually a
I lost
competition.
2 years in a row. I lost by 1 second with both 2-second penalties for like wrapping the horn or some shit. I don't know what. Like I didn't even know what I was doing. I was like,
Rear
and
naked
they,
choking
They
the ball.
did not want a Californian to win the Montana.
Yeah.
rodeo.
Well,
They were
yeah,
like-
of course they don't want.
I was like, you motherfuckers. But anyway, I'm gonna come back and I'm gonna get that thing.
Amazing. So, I mean, where are we now? 8 weeks away, something like that.
I'm 8 weeks out now. Yeah, still trying to figure out this game.
So how long? Is the count?
Cheeto, we got 4 weeks.
We
We're
got-
back to back once
Oh,
again.
Once again, I like that, and
It's good
I like
energy,
the back
man.
to back. It's energy because everybody's in the same page. Everybody want to do good for yourself, so you're trying to push everybody around you to be just as good and better than you, which is great. Coach is leading the fucking thing, sending the good energy, working every day. Back to back, I like to back to back. It's great back to back.
Fuck, I like it. I need it.
It's
Honestly,
it's
after
great.
all these years of training camps, you gotta feed off someone else's energy that's in a similar place. It helps a lot. It's hard.
22 days until I fucking go to fucking war, and then
Yeah.
you got maybe 30 days? No, a little more.
I'm
April
excited.
what?
It's fucking. I like that.
Yeah.
I like seeing you and get that energy that fucking just fuels you,
And
and you know what you gotta do. And
I was ready to
catapult.
go February 18th. I wasn't really needing time. I wasn't really trying to get extra time because I was full on ready to go. That's because I stay disciplined, I stay consistent. The UFC was needing to put it in San Antonio. I said, you know what? Just give me a Spurs tee and we're good. Give me a jersey.
the Spurs is too defensive for you.
Yeah.
You're more of an offensive guy.
Well, I can get Rodman tee or what's it?
That's defense again.
Yeah, but he's a very aggressive fuck.
Oh,
On his
yeah,
prime, he
very
was a
aggressive.
mean fuck.
Defensively.
Yeah, defensive. I'm a little aggressive. A little sometimes.
Sometimes you
The
gotta
guy from Argentina, Manu, he's great too. And by the way,
Manu Ginobili. He's
Yeah,
fucking
that guy.
awesome. Manu is a scorer too.
I ordered his tea. I
He's-
have his tea already.
That's the man. That's the one to get for sure.
Every time I need a new basketball tee, I call Action. He's the basketball. He's my basketball teacher. He told me who to fuck with, who don't to fuck with. I was like, hey, I'm fighting San Antonio, the Spurs. He went, Manu. Don't ask more. Send me a link.
100%.
I bought the tea.
Action nailed it. What's in Ecuador? What American sports do you guys get out there?
Really nothing, dude. Really nothing. It's sad because now that I'm in the US, I really fuck with basketball. I never play basketball. Like I did play, but without knowing the rules. So you were just trying to put the ball in the hole. That's it. We didn't know the rules or anything. But I never grew up like with people watching NBA or NFL or baseball. And when I moved here, I kind of like hate everything because I never really watch it. But now that I'm like knowing more people and getting into more shit, I'm like, you know what? Go to the fucking Lakers game here and there. It will be really fun. And I don't know, wow, but my kid Nacho, he did something at school and he put like what's your dreams, and he said like one of my dreams is to be a UFC fighter like my daddy, and my other dream, which I
How do you
didn't
feel
like,
about that?
I didn't like that one. So let's not.
Bro, like, let's get him in the golf.
Damn. Let's not really go into it because I don't like that. When I read that, I was like, oh, kiddo, this is not cool, but whatever.
Yeah.
But his second wish was, he was very specific. Front row, Lakers game. I'm gonna get it done for him. I'm gonna figure it out.
Yeah.
Pull some strings because he's really into basketball. And some games are really cool.
Yeah.
I've been watching a couple documentaries there's one in Amazon Prime, I think. It's Isaiah Thomas.
Isaiah Thomas was
He was a bad motherfucker.
He was slick. He's just such a little baller.
And now that I'm getting into it, I just started basketball on any of these Netflix, and I'm like getting into this. I'm like, you know what?
Yeah.
I fuck with this shit. That guy Isaiah Thomas, and then they show like the Detroit
That's when
scene.
I used to watch basketball. That's when I was like, my dad
Pistons.
played professional ball, and so I was always stuck on it.
Your dad played for the Warriors, right, Luke?
He played 2 summer leagues. He had 2 cup of coffees with the Warriors, you know?
2 cups of coffee. Right? That'll do for me.
My dad just
That's more
didn't
than
work
my
hard
dad.
enough.
My
He
dad
was
did.
like a shoe-in, and then he just didn't. They kept cutting him, kept bringing him back, and he just never worked hard enough. That's how I learned how to fucking elevate, get the fuck out of Santa Cruz, and distance myself from, you know,
They chill too much out
static.
there.
Too much chill. People can't chill
Yeah.
too much. You can't.
You
You
gotta-
can't get to the top.
I like
top.
when I
I've
saw.
been doing it enough.
I think it's hard to really like realize your potential when you just live in your hometown. If you don't get out of your hometown, you don't experience discomfort.
I couldn't imagine myself living in Ecuador. I couldn't get shit done. It would be too much attention, too much, and that's not good for you. You need
Yeah.
to be away from that. You need to be away from the cloud.
Yeah.
It's almost like you need to be in places that no one give a fuck about you, and you just gotta be hungry and consistent and just, hey, bar tonight, fuck the bar. Hey,
I don't know if we get down that far here in Costa Mesa. The mayor of Costa Mesa, we go on a run yesterday. We fucking hit a run too, like 6 miles, where we're like in between, under and over, just over 830 miles.
Yeah,
was good,
it was great.
good
Good
fucking
pace, good. The sounds, the lights were great. The mushrooms hit everything was good about the run.
Yeah. All the dudes on the path were just like, oh, Chito.
Yeah.
It was like,
Eventually, I'm gonna set myself up for mayor of Newport Beach. So get ready, guys. And Ecuador is gonna rule this fucking
did
town.
you say set yourself up or suck yourself off? Bro, I couldn't hear that one quite right.
Well, one day,
Yeah, I think it's or Newport, you know.
I can do.
You know,
things
you move
for
up.
I can good for the people.
We should probably explain to those that are just listening on audio that we are. If you hear the odd Harley Davidson going past at 4 p.m. on a Friday, it's because we're sitting on a rooftop in beautiful Newport Beach, California, somewhere where I've not spent much time. But you guys obviously work out here all the time, train here all the time. We did some mad shit today in the hyperbaric chambers at Wham.
Little recovery. That's
Wham.
good for you.
I have no idea what we just went and
especially
did.
after sparring, you know what I mean? It's good for brain health, it's good for your body, it's good for everything, really. That's
And
going
it's
on.
super underrated.
Yeah.
Because it's not like it's underrated. I just feel like people don't want to put the time into other things because it's so easy. It's not easy to work hard,
It's
but
discomfort. It's
it's
a
easy to
different
work hard.
level of discomfort.
you go home and you chill until your next practice when you can figure it out. Every little inch you can do to win a fight. Recovery, the ice bath, the sauna, the hyperbaric, and just figure it out how to stay healthy. Figure it out how to be just a little better than your opponent. Because that's all you need. To win
We'll
a fight.
definitely post a video of Ollie explaining what went on, but I still don't quite
No,
understand
it's
it. So what-
Ollie, would you talk us through what's happening here?
So
Do you mind?
These two things, so this is called a hyperbaric oxygen chamber. This is called a CVAC chamber. So as opposed to hyperbaric, this is a hypobaric. Hyper means increase in pressure. Hypo means a decrease in pressure. So with this, you're essentially going ocean diving, and with this, you're going mountain climbing. So completely different things. This is hyperoxygenating the body's blood and tissue. This is actually depriving the body of oxygen and causing the body to have a responds to which produces more and more red blood cells. So Chito has a fight coming up here. We're trying to increase his red blood cell count, get him to have essentially an army of red blood cells. So when he goes into his fight, he has a lot more endurance. And we put people on protocols, especially fighters, before their fights, where they do both CVAC and hyperbaric. So make a lot of red blood cells, couple it with increased oxygenation of those blood cells, and you're Superman. But there's a lot of other things going on. So in this chamber, you have 200 pressure changes in 20 minutes. So what that does is not only are you being held at altitude, but you're coming back down and going back up, coming back down and going back up. That flushes out lactic acid, so post-sparring, post-training, that's really good for someone like Chito. Flushes out the lactic acid, but also flushes your lymphatic system. Your lymphatic system, if you know much about it, is essentially like you vacuum cleaner of your body. It flushes all the toxins out, and this is stimulating that lymphatic system to drain properly. It's really cool. So yeah, like I said, the easy way to remember it is you're doing an ocean dive, you're doing a mountain climb, two totally different things.
Amazing.
We treat people all the time for like injuries, post-injury recovery. It speeds up recovery really fast. Traumatic brain injury, stroke, diabetes. Hyperbarics are universally known to help with almost anything, really. CVAC's more new and being discovered and it's being used by a lot of endurance athletes, but they call it effort-free conditioning. It's really cool stuff.
Thanks, Ollie.
Yeah, cheers.
Both in a different
There's
chamber.
so many different modalities now to healing. It's like, we're all dying from the fucking moment we're born, and so it's like figuring out different ways to create movement in the body. Your nerves are failing, your body's failing, so it's like stimulating it. There's
Happy
so
Friday.
many different ways. Happy Friday. There's so many different ways to live longer, and stimulate red blood cell growth through the CVAC, which is the craziest thing of going up and down, which is like basically the hyperbaric chamber on crack, is what that does, and it puts a level of pressure and it clears
Flushes yourself.
it flushes your brain fluid, and it creates a.
It's
You can
just-
take mushrooms too within it, and it's been proven to increase neuroplasticity.
Yeah.
There's a lot of new benefits. I mean, obviously the cold shock proteins, and then you have the heat shock proteins from the saunas, and so many different things these days that people just need to keep.
To get into something.
experiencing.
There's so many out there that you can do to stay more healthy, do better, and like what you see lately is a lot of inflammation. A lot of people like just don't understanding why I'm sick,
Yeah.
why I'm feeling sluggish.
And they take a pill and
and they-
another pill and another pill to fucking cure it, which is not the answer.
When you can literally just with food cure yourself from feeling like shit.
Or without food, which is another big thing.
Fasting.
Fasting is one
Facts.
of the craziest things. Like, killing all this. It's like a pipe. It's like a drain, basically. Where a drain gets clogged up, shit gets over time, and so if you don't flush that drain, if you don't clear that filter, then it's gonna clog up and it's gonna cause all those cancer, those polyps and those zombie cells and all that shit that goes in. So when you rob your body of food for a certain period of time, your body starts freaking out and starts pulling all those little corners and those things, deposits that stick, and it starts using that for energy and cleaning your kidneys and your liver, which is like the filters of your body. So it sucks all this shit out, and basically it's like cleaning your filters. It's a nice thing.
Yeah, to me,
Headspace is crazy.
It's really crazy when you talk to a normal person out there. Like when I say normal, not an athlete or they make a living of anything like this, and they kind of tell you you haven't eaten for 3 days. What the fuck? It's yes, you won't do that overnight. I start with half a day, then 2 a day, and then you say fuck it, I'm gonna just tough it up and go to 2 days. And once you pass 2 days, you can really go for a week if you don't have to train too much, right? That's more if you're injured, if you're out of training for a little bit. But
Once you surpass a certain time,
yeah,
it gets easier.
It's getting easier. But people out there just never they never had to do nothing, and they
weak too.
they only believe on the normal. Oh, cereal in the morning, some fried shit for the lunch. At night, let's go out and eat some and drink, and they think that's normal. That's not normal. That's really fucked up. Even if you see that the health companies have put the list of the best for you, they put up on top fucking cereal and almond milk. I'm like, people,
Those
whoever.
are all paid studies.
Of
from,
course.
from
In the 50s,
you have these companies paying off these major
But even
universities to put out these studies in their behalf and
it's
favors.
2023, and there's a study out there that says a steak is bad for you. You should eat
fucking
fucking
bullshit.
Fruit Loops.
Oh, yeah, the
It's
thing, yeah,
like
the
one
thing was
processed
literally
Processed
so.
meat.
It
Processed
literally
meat.
said fruit
Bro,
loops
you
was
need
bad,
you
ground
need
beef was
the amino
was-
acids
ground
from
beef
animal
was bad.
fat. Yeah,
Fruit Loops
amino
was bad.
acids from animal fats are the key building blocks of life. You know, obviously everything's in moderation, but you cannot. Your body will deplete itself. I mean, everyone's body chemistry is different, but you need amino acids from fucking animal fats.
I really
Leucine is a crucial.
I really bothers me when like I'm talking about family members and we're talking about and they look at me like, oh, the way you eat is crazy. I'm like, no, like you guys have to understand everything that comes from the ground, everything that doesn't have a nutritional package is gonna be better for you than whatever the fuck are you eating, frying oil, putting whatever it's gonna taste good, but it's gonna only the moment that it's in your mouth is good. The moment you swallow that shit, you feel fucking like shit, and they used to feel like that.
Yeah.
So I think that's the new normal. That's not the new normal.
Well, it's about how you cook it too. You know, it's about like the oils that we generally use is like olive oil turns rancid and creates carcinogens
Yes,
at high
highly
heat.
toxic,
You know, you
right?
want to
Yeah, yeah.
cook with ghee, you want to cook with tropical oils like coconut oil, and then you know butter is great for you too. It's like
Raw
you don't want to
butter.
cook with it. You don't want to cook with it, but like you want to cook with a clarified butter, which is ghee, which takes out.
I
the
think butter's a massive one. Like when I was growing
People-
up,
people
people
are
were eating
just-
like margarine. Like you just eat
margarine
like
is
plastic.
bleach. They
Yeah.
bleach
Just
the
eating
butter.
basically
Have you
plastic.
read
but everyone
up
was
on
like, "Oh, don't
margarine?
eat butter, full of fat." It's like,
Yeah, but
well,
that
fat
thing
doesn't
is-
necessarily
but
make you fat.
They fucking margarine is gray. It's like gray, and then they bleach it.
Beautiful.
It's
stuff.
fucking. It's
Lovely.
crazy. The process of
It's
margarine
gross.
is.
My mum would literally say
Sketchy.
to me, "Don't eat."
Hey, what about that
Butter,
other one that
butter.
says tastes like butter and it's fake butter?
Fake butter.
And it
People-
says
people
zero
like-
calories,
I can't
zero
stand it.
everything.
Yeah, yeah.
I mean, they
all these new. Everyone's popping a new study up to get money off of a different fucking brand.
yeah, it's fucked up how whoever the fuck is up there on top is just controlling everybody to fucking be sick.
Puppet master.
Well,
I mean, the way I
today
feel,
got
dude.
dark.
I
Real
swear-
quick.
COVID.
Look, the way I feel, I tell people I feel fucking great. It's not because I'm fucking great. It's because the way I eat, go to bed on the same time every day, try to stay away from. I mean, it's not hard to live good, but it's sad that people is really the culture of being healthy is really fucked up. It's really fucked up.
It's the natural stresses. The hormesis theory is people like are just technology and everything has softened everything we do and made that everything so easy. We don't have that. The cortisol builds up. You don't have that stress response. You know that gives balance and releases the cortisol and all those things. And so it's like, mental health is such a problem these days because people aren't experiencing that wall, that like the experience of something hard in front of them, a hurdle, a fucking mountain to climb, something. You need that in life, and without that, when you just generally follow your day-to-day life and nothing's challenging you, you fucking lose your shit, you lose your mind.
And people need challenges. I think the reason that like the people got mental issues these days and all that shit is because no one have a challenge out there. No one ever is the same zombie land. Wake up. Or I don't have time in the morning for breakfast. I mean, that's the reason you're fucking stopping McDonald's and making a line of 15 minutes to eat fucking pound of Coca-Cola with a fucking plastic cheese. I mean, you got time for the 2 eggs with some spinach and a good sourdough bread or a Ezekiel piece of bread with a little bit of raw butter. It's just the ignorance out there that people use, and the challenge of trying to be good will probably make you fucking better. And there's so many people out there that you can just go to the social media and see little tips that will make you better. There's a lot of good doctors out there. Dr. Rhonda Patrick is great. She always is speaking how to mix foods, which just the way she explains is make it so easy for any civilian to understand. If I can fucking understand it, you can fucking understand it. So it's not too hard.
You just gotta understand them.
Don't
It's
be so
not
hard on
too hard.
yourself,
You
Chito.
know, no, but
You're
it's
a smart
facts,
guy.
dude. No, I used to try to like
Facts.
and just I like when people is healthy because being a little unhealthy get you a little fucking inflammation will get you insecure. You fucking feel weird. And then your
Inflammation is the
mind.
death of all of us, really. If controlling inflammation is one of the biggest things, and circulation obviously clears inflammation, perspiration clears fat. It's like the body's a cycle, and obviously what comes in goes out, kind of thing too. So it's like
Right.
it's all a process. But controlling inflammation is everything.
I really wish there's more like a more clean, healthy, honest studies out there that just let people know, because some moms are trying, right, to be better with the kids and feed them proper. I'm not saying you gotta feed them like they're in fight camp, but just real food. Just everything is in a bag. Eat this.
Oh, remember do you guys have that in Ecuador? Processed meats, like fucking people like middle America eating bologna.
No,
Like-
we had Billy Bear meat. I don't know if you ever.
Billy Bear
There was
meat?
meat.
Oh,
There was like
yeah.
the
No,
face of a
we-
And
bear.
they just mix everything into it and just concoct the thing, and then like this is what
Horrendous.
we're generally supposed to serve our kids. So you're
Yeah.
poisoning your kids at such a young age.
No,
and
yeah, something that bothers me. I mean, I have a 2.5-year-old, and stuff like a little like fruit gummy, right? It'll be like fat free. The whole thing is like fat free. It's
Fat-free.
full of sugar.
Fat
Like
Fat
absolutely
is the key to
full
life.
of sugar. It's
Yeah.
like what?
Fat is the key to brain health.
We
Energy.
know all that stuff about like fat being like the devil and sugar
wow.
being great for you is bullshit.
Good
we
fats
know
and
that,
there's bad fats.
but we're still not.
Yeah.
It's taken such a long time for
Yeah.
food companies to like actually turn around and
you
be.
know
No
what's
one wants to
crazy?
take that like.
No,
No,
because
because
it's
they
all
wanna
about money.
sell.
It's
Yeah.
all about greed.
They
and
want to
it's all-
sell.
yeah.
They want to
It's
sell,
power.
be rich, and fucking be fat in a jet, and probably die with a fucked up. Whatever.
Everyone,
but
yeah, it's like
it makes me angry. Makes me
Yeah, I
me
know.
mad, dude. Because
well, there's that fucking same thing with drugs too. People are always finding a way to fuck people up. It's like there's that fentanyl bust. They had a
Crazy.
crazy fentanyl
12,000
bust.
pounds or whatever it was.
Yeah, crazy, just pure fentanyl.
It's crazy.
And
Yeah.
people are like taking poison.
And you
then
know what's
they're adding
crazy?
that to adding like just to like, do you want to kill people just to make money?
Enough
Is that
to kill
really
50 million people.
is
in
that
this.
that
Yeah.
really
There's
necessary?
some-
Like
yeah,
this,
the
you
numbers-
have no.
I'm putting like
But
that.
those gangsters are the same people. Those ones, those low level gangsters coming from that spectrum are the same ones at the top of the fucking the chain, and they're just doing it more calculated, more scientifically, and more.
They
Fucking,
give you fentanyl when you're in
more
the
crap.
fucking hospital.
Yeah, it's
I mean,
crazy.
and then if you're a coke addict, and I don't got nothing against you for doing cocaine. I don't do it, but if you just want to do cocaine, and some asshole adds fentanyl, you're not overdosing. They're putting something that is killing you aside from cocaine. Cocaine is not good for you by any means, but they're adding other fucking white shit that will kill you, which is fucking crazy.
It's
But
health
then-
advice like that.
But
that I
then-
think the MadHouse Club is famous for.
But then you go to the hospital because you broke your arm. Hey, that thing that kills you in the street might kill you here
crazy.
too. Give me some.
Yeah,
I mean, do you give that to kids? When my daughter, when we get her surgery for my daughter for her face, the fucking pills that they send her after the surgery, I dump everything on the toilet.
See, that's a different world of like, what do you believe in that space? I guess how much do you know, and you have to believe something.
I give her some CBD. We try to feed her the most
Speaking
healthy
of like,
possible.
do you want to speak on your daughter's exact like what is she?
She's born with something called Mobius syndrome, and basically there's two nerves. I believe in the right side that they never work, so her whole face is kind of like paralyzed. So she's mad, she's happy, she's smiling. It's the same face forever, right?
Yeah.
So there's this one surgery that will create more movement in the mouth and everything, and will create a smile, right? She will be able to do that. And when we were in Ecuador,
what kind of go on? Sorry.
when we were in Ecuador, Maria found this doctor in Beverly Hills that he's the best, Dr. Panosian, in this specific surgery to create the smile for kids. But it's $85K for the surgery.
Yeah.
And back then it was like, you know what? Probably you will never have $85K, right? So at the beginning, my whole thing was like fighting for a smile, blah blah blah, trying to win fights until I can make money, save some money, and pay for that before you even get a house. And little by little, fight by fight, we put the money together. We call Dr. Panocci and we're ready. And the day of the surgery, I was fucking freaking out because it's the way they open the head and the face. It's almost like the movie Face Off, which when the surgery was done and we went to see her, her face was a fucking basketball. I almost faint. Maria was crying, but I was fucking fainting. I was like, oh, I can see that. And I started getting pissed. I'm like, I'm gonna kill the doctor. What you did to my daughter? Them calm me down. But we go back home. They give us fucking almost like 3 grams of heroin for after surgery. Wow. This is not the doctor's fault, right? The doctor did a great job, so I'm not even talking about him. But the way medicine works, they sent me home with fucking heroin pills for my daughter, and I was like, you know what? If I give her this junk, and later on life, she, by accident or by try or by order try again, their brain will remember. Oh, remember when you were a kid? This is fucking epic. I went, throw it in the toilet, just give her some CBD, feed her as healthy possible. In 7 days, her face was back to normal, without one painkiller, without fucking those disgusting, everything, awful drugs, and she was back to normal, like nothing happened.
Yeah.
Because I was thinking to myself,
Amazing.
like, I'm thinking, I'm very mental, so I'm thinking, if you give a fucking 4-year-old drugs, if they go and try it later in life, you don't think their brain's gonna be like, oh, I love this. It's been a while. So if you never try it, you probably will never crave for it.
Yeah.
So I was like, fuck that. I'm not giving my child fucking
And what does she take? Nothing now, or
nothing. No, she
nothing?
that was just like post surgery. Like now she's pretty much normal. She go to school.
Yeah.
She
No,
don't have to take anything.
no drugs or nothing.
Nothing.
That's great.
Nothing. Healthy kids. Thank God.
That is nice.
Thank God, that's crazy, Gio. I had no idea.
Yeah, that was gnarly day. The day of the surgery, I was fucking freaking out because it's a deep surgery. Like
Yeah, 85
I like
grand.
to think everything. There's chances some shit can go wrong.
Anything go wrong in those
And
circumstances.
I was like, but shout out to Dr. Panosian. That motherfucker got my daughter smiling, so I will never forget that.
Dr. Panosian, shout
Smile.
out. Shout out.
The smile maker.
Amazing.
we got some fucking fights, huh?
We
Oh,
got fights
tomorrow.
this weekend.
I think-
Huge fights.
Yeah, biggest card of the year as of now. Fucking March, 3rd month, and fucking bumping John fucking Jones. I'm happy he's back.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was scrolling down on my IG and I found a video of me fucking in 2014 on the Jackson's dorms upstairs, and fucking John Jones brought like a huge bag of Nike clothes with his logo and everything. Back then, that was fucking.
It was gold.
They were, until today's goal. I mean, I haven't made my UFC debut. John Jones brought you a pair of his Nike shoes, a pair of his Nike shirts. I thought I was fucking designer top to bottom. I didn't. I use those shirts every day until the whole scam, and I have to let them go. But he's a good guy. I'm glad he's back.
Yeah, Nike. I remember. I got dethroned when I back in the day. Remember Dethrone?
Yeah, fuck yeah. I had a bit of.
Pain and Dethrone, all these like companies. Yeah.
What was Brock Lesnar? Death Clutch.
Death
Fuck.
Club.
Those brands were
I
fucking-
never went down that route.
My MMA debut, I fought on Brock Lesnar shorts. I remember I thought I was the coolest motherfucker on planet Earth. I got fucking dethroned shorts. The same exact shorts that he were using.
Dethrone and then Affliction.
Affliction.
Fuck. Affliction. I never fell into Affliction, thank God.
My manager...
Hollywood, everyone jumped on that bomb.
My manager one day took me to Affliction to get some free gear. This is early days, so you think you're fucking the coolest guy on planet Earth. I had an Affliction tee with fucking diamonds all over. Fucking tight jeans, like fucking tight, like my dick will hurt. And fucking Converse. I thought I was fucking a rock star. So shout out to fucking Affliction for making a
With your
fucking
dick tucked into your butt.
dude. It was so tight. The jeans I picked, they wouldn't even fit my kids today, I believe. The shirt was red and black with fucking diamonds all over the place. I was like, and my mother was like, what you want something else? I was like, I'm set with this fucking fit.
Bro, I would have hated you. Fucking.
Bro, I was fucking 22 years old. I was fucking...
Oh, yeah.
I was
Just
fuck-
come straight from Ecuador, just rocking Affliction. And
You got to wear Ed Hardy in the next fight.
Oh, yeah.
yeah, never in my life, bro.
Thank
back-
God that stuff's died off, right?
Like
Ed
Von
Hardy.
Dutch hat.
But
Was Ed Hardy was
Oh,
that before? Was
Van
it?
Dutch, dude, when I was a kid. The Van Dutch hat will get you fucking a dance on a fucking high school party. Usually with a Van Dutch
Dance at a
hat.
high school party?
Oh, yeah, usually. I remember I had this red front with the green of the rest and white back. Dude, that hat, I was the hardest thing on town. People would recognize it from miles away. And diesel shoes. Diesel shoes.
You
And
went
diesel.
Diesel, huh?
Oh, when I was a kid, diesel, it was. I thought it was Tom Cruise.
I grew up in Santa Cruz. There was always surf culture. It was,
Well,
like,
of course.
it was like Vans.
This is before I started surfing,
I
right?
went from Vans into Adidas, and then I fell into New Balance. Then I went back into Asics. Asics is my vibe. I like New Balance, and I go New Balance and Asics.
I'm a New Balance
It's his
guy.
vibe. It's a vibe.
I'm a New Balance guy. I have a couple pairs of New Balances and I fucking love them.
I love my New Balance. They're nice. Asics are fucking plush though.
Fucking, I'm wearing right now my boy Actions. This is Action.
Oh, they're
pack
actually
right
Action Bunches.
Oh,
New
yeah.
Balance. Yeah,
Let
they're
me
pretty
show
good.
you.
They got some
People
vibe.
watch. Look at these beautiful things. Look at those colors. It's like a fucking rainbow at your feet and feel like clouds.
I like it.
They do look like if Action Bronson was a shoe.
Yeah. Fucking full of energy. Action packet.
Action packet.
I fuck with it.
It's like a.
You can't have enough New Balances.
No.
You just gotta keep fucking.
Can't have enough shoes in general. Shoes is just stuff.
Yeah, that's the
You can wear whatever you want as long as you wear a nice pair of shoes. You're like, I'm the
Bro,
shit.
you can have
You can
a
slide.
black
You
tee,
have that electric slide.
baggy jeans. The wheels are everything. You can be just jeans and shirts. You're cool.
Shoes are-
Shave your head, show the tattoos.
and a little.
I was going
And
to
a
say,
little
let's-
way your
A
wrist.
little panda.
A little pandita.
little gold.
Panda.
Probably helps if you're
Dress
like
like
a
a
famous
bum, wear a
UFC
nice,
fighter too,
nice
right?
watch, nice shoes. Dress like a bum. That is
Go
the
to-
general way of life.
That's a new thing. Dress like a bum, nice wheels, nice watch.
I remember when I was drinking a lot. you wear your watch. You come to the bar. You're like, had that. You just throw your like, hey, all the attention drops to you. Like, yeah, I'm a tipper, bitch. What's up? Come get it. Like a double shot, extra strong.
I-
Bitch.
I never been a drinker.
Thank God.
Even like in your younger days. too.
Younger me was a fucking piece of shit. That was a fucking hurricane. I would get drunk at least 3-4 times a week. No kidding.
You didn't have like you were a father at such a young age. It's
Yeah,
like,
but when I'm talking about getting shit-faced from the age of 12 and a half, 13, till right before me and Maria got serious, I was getting shit-faced. You know, I would come on Fridays pretty much drunk to high school. I was just going crazy. My group of friends were fucking... It was a hurricane. Fucking scrapping every single weekend just for the fuck of it. Hey, so-and-so pushed so-and-so. I don't know them, but fuck it. Whack! It was a fucking... Throwing jail a couple times for street fights, but...
yeah.
Fucking Maria. Thank God Maria got pregnant. That saved her life. Oh, for real.
I could have used that. I could have used a pregnancy
No,
early
like-
in life, because my life went from high school of just jacking fucking people's weed crops and fucking getting shot at with rock salt guns and fucking slanging weed, selling weed in high school, and
It's all
alcohol
hearsay.
for
Yeah,
for
I
everyone.
everyone.
It was just they did my. And then I figured out I was like, I need to get the fuck out of Santa Cruz.
I always
If I want to
hang
do
out.
this, and then like
I always
I'm
hang
gonna be
out
a world
with
champion.
I always hang out with the drug dealers, but I never sell.
yeah.
I used to like
That was
It
my
was
first,
cool. You
My
go-
first job was selling weed.
you go-
I was the oldest one, so I was like, I had to buy alcohol first at 16. And then it was like, I was selling. I was alcohol.
yeah, I
was like,
never sell. I was so scared of my dad to find weed, so I used to hide my weed outside the house in a planter. Like I would have like 3-4 ounces. I would fucking dig a little hole in the neighbor's planter. Because my mom was like FBA and she would fucking
my mom
she
was
would-
the fucking
she would
DA. My mom was the fucking
she will
DA.
she will fucking dig a hole in a planter just thinking I would do it because
Yeah.
she's my mom, of course. So I would go in the neighborhood planter, I would make a hole, get my SIG plugs, put tape around, and I would pick up my weed. You know, I would smoke an ounce a week because you share with the homies and shit.
Bro, I'll tell you, there's a fucked up story. I was a freshman in high school, and I was growing weed on my rooftop, on my parents' rooftop, and like the trees would come around the roof, and they were on the roof a bit. So I went up on my roof, and I found out that I could cut the tree back on the rooftop, and like create like this little like covey, like little planter box covey, like where like I could top the plants so they wouldn't grow too high. And I could grow like a nice like little, get the roof heat and everything.
Right.
Get a nice little few plants. I had 3 up there. And they were like my babies. Like you fucking like your children up there at that age. And I was watching them every day for the summer, and then they fucking at the end of the summer, the colas are starting to just peek above the tree. And I came home from school and my fucking mom saw the colas, I guess, and fucking freaked out. Called my dad, Had my dad come off work, come home, and he ripped. My dad smoked weed, by the way. He was like, my dad had fucking bottles stashed and weed stashed, and that was like the beginning of my degenerate childhood. But,
Yeah.
and that's when I found weed in the first place. But he had my dad said I was like the devil, thought it was the worst thing, and fucking had my dad rip these fucking plants out. Didn't even fucking cut them. Ripped them out the soil, so like the soil was all the nutrients and shit was getting in the buds. Stuffed them in a bag and put them in my fucking attic. I came home and I was like, I looked up and
He fixed it.
my heart dropped, dude. I was like, and I fucking ran around the house. I was like, no one was home, and I was like, what the fuck? And I ran around. I couldn't. Me and my friends were there. A couple of my friends were there, and we ended up. I started following my nose, and I was like, something's it's here. Where the fuck is it? I was like, couldn't just put it in the trash can.
Truffle pig.
And we found. Went in the garage. I was like, what the fuck? And I'd never really been in my attic, and I snuck him in the attic, and you could sure enough, they're in this bag in the attic, and he's like, there's like. They're all fucking stuffed in there with dirt and fuck. He just ripped them right out of the soil pots. And I was like, are you fucking kidding me? You could at least cut them, Dad. You fucking smoke weed. Save that shit. Anyway, I pulled him out. I didn't know what to do. I had a broken leg at the time. I had a broken foot from skateboarding. And we ended up I hustled myself up in the attic with the broken ass leg in the cast and got the fucking weed plants down with my buddies, and they wheelchaired me with bags of weed down the fucking across town to my buddy's house, and we ended up going to his parents' attic where it was more hidden, and we tried to dry the weed in his fucking attic.
Dude,
It had you try to smoke it, there'd be fertilizer in the weed and shit. then we oven cooked some of it. It was bad.
My
Man.
first experience with weed was fucking gnarly. I wasn't older than 13 for sure. I was probably 12, and we were skating, and my homie was kicked out of the school we were, and his dad put him in a fucked up school in the other side of town. That it was a fucking shit school. So he becomes friends with people from that school. Some of those guys live near us, and we're skating, and then we're walking back to the house, and then this guy was like, hey guys, want to smoke? And I went I smoke cigarettes back then, so I'll take a fucking Marlboro. So no, you want to smoke weed? And I was like, I really feel the same feeling of right now somebody asked me if I want to do cocaine. I was like, oh my God. And then I was like, I don't want to be the bitch. So everybody was taking rips of a joint, and I was like, hey, well, it seems like we're getting high today. I took 5 puffs of that thing. I was fully fucked up.
Lose your shit the first time.
That was my first time ever. Then we went to this guy's house, and we were laying down on his bed, and the guy left, and then told me hey, stay here, chill, because I was fucked up. So he went to do some coffee because we thought coffee would help. He went to do some coffee, and I was laying down on bed, just fucking my whole world was spinning, and I was like, oh my God, oh my God, oh my God. But it was actually it was a cool experience. I wasn't fucked up, I wasn't paranoid, but I had no control over my body. Yeah. I was just laid on bed. These guys were like, fuck, we need to take Chito back to home.
Did you get paranoid, your parents?
No.
I remember I used to get so paranoid when I got drunk and stoned or on mushrooms. I'd be like, I'm parents, I'm going to be like that.
I was actually chilling.
Something's going to happen.
I was feeling good. I was just super fucked up. So it was a great first experience.
Yeah.
And then I went home. I walked home. Everybody thought I was okay. And the whole entire day, I pretty much was high because it's my first time ever. I was a virgin. My lungs were virgin. So, and then I went to a prom that night. I was taking a shower and looking myself in the mirror, and I was like, I'm fucked. So I started drinking beer, thinking that's gonna help. I showed up to that prom pretty fucked up. I was fucking 13 years old going to fucking proms.
Drunk
stoned. And high. Yeah.
Sounds about right.
I get it out of the way early, so that's why I work the way I work now.
I'm learning at a late age.
We were about to get into some fights at some point, weren't we?
Yeah.
That's quite a digression.
All right, Chito, you got 3 picks. 3 picks for Chito. You get 3 biggest winners. Especially your number one. Your number one, and then your
okay. I'm gonna go nice and easy. My number 1 will be John Jones becoming a heavyweight champion. I think that's gonna be crazy. I'm gonna say I think as an MMA fan and a nerd of the sport, there's chances Cyril Gane can beat his ass too, just because he's dynamic, he's quick, he's not a fucking bomb, right? He's not a typical big, sloppy heavyweight with 2 left foot. This guy can actually move.
He's
I'm
fucking athletic. as
I'm
fuck.
just really
dangerous
rooting
as
for John
fuck.
Jones. Period. I want John Jones to win. The common event, I want to root for Alexa Grasso because South America, Mexico, but fuck, no one have ever given me a reason to go against Valentina. She's just too good, too smooth, and he's fucking good everywhere.
I mean,
So
the bookies
go,
have Valentina.
I'm gonna go with Valentina for sure.
Yeah, shit. Their bookies over at minus
Third
600.
bonus pick.
On my third bonus pick, I'm gonna go, of course, with Jalen Turner, guy that trains with us at the Ruka gym. Cool guy.
Plus 175. It's a fucking easy. I think I like that bet a lot too.
Yeah, and people don't know. We know this. He's a fucking athlete. He can fucking fight. He's very dynamic. This is his.
I don't like he's hard for me to spar with. Fuck, dude. I don't want to like it's.
This is
I
his
can only
biggest-
imagine a 155 pounder trying to stand in front of that
Yeah, this is his biggest test as today
Yeah.
because this guy is proven that he's good. He's fought the guys in the top, but I'm gonna go with the homie Jalen.
Yeah.
I think he's gonna let people know who he is in this fight, and he's gonna start from here a really good path.
guy. I think so too.
So let's wrap those up. Your picks are
So
Valentina Shevchenko, John Jones,
And Jalen Turner,
and Jalen
Jalen
Turner.
aka the Tarantula.
Nice. I think that's pretty safe.
That's pretty solid. I like Jalen Turner. I'm gonna take him as one of my picks this weekend. Jalen plus 175 too. It's huge. I think that's
Some money to be made on Jalen Turner right there.
I don't want to touch John Jones at Surreal. It's fucking just dangerous. I don't know. John's been out for so long, and Surreal is, how does John deal with that size of a man and all the time off? And he's different, man. He's different than anything John Jones faced, and John Jones had trouble with a lot of guys in recent time at light heavyweight, and this guy is more athletic, more powerful. I think he's better than anybody that he's fought at recently at light heavyweight. So that's fuck. No.
I mean, this is
No
probably
touch,
one of
no
the
touch.
closest in the books. I mean, he's
Rachmanov?
minus 155 favorite,
Yeah.
which is not a huge.
No, I mean I like Rachmanov. Rachmanov is, I think he's a solid bet. I mean, he minus almost 500, but he's great. You could him obviously. Bo Nickel I think is a shoe-in. Is too much to touch. He's too much of a favorite. I like Derek Brunson a lot. I mean, don't quote me on this, but plus 190. This kid, I've trained with both of them, and he's good. I mean, Drakus is good, but he's awkward, and I think with the wrestling of Derek Brunson, I think he can do it if he's still got a good headspace. He bounces back well from his losses too. So, and Ian, I mean, he's a massive favorite too.
Did Brunson lose to Cannonier? Did Cannonier beat?
Yeah.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, Cannonier is a fucking beast.
Yeah.
Come on, let's be
For
real
sure.
here.
The Killer Gorilla. I like the nickname.
He's a weird dude. Weird dude that just like
He's into the fucking
crystals.
He's into the crystals. He's fucking very zen. I like it. He's a fucking he got the mind.
I'm
You're
gonna
right.
back off that. I like Brunson. I like Jalen, and I'm gonna take Rachmanov.
Nice.
Even dabble a small parlay on that wouldn't be bad.
Well,
Anyway, that's me. That's mine.
We
And
got
that's the
some,
MadHouse.
we got some conditioning training in 15 minutes, so I think we're about to start wrapping up because training is first.
Bad amount.
Hey, podcast first. I thought we agreed. This is the most important thing we could possibly do.
Hey, we go both ways.
Thanks, everyone. Nice to get some video on the books. Give everyone a bit more entertainment. Hope this was enlightening. Hope that
Much
kiss was
love.
nice.
Can't wait to fight. Much love to the people that love me. And stay good, stay healthy, be good.